Welcome to Geek Speak Live.
Hello and welcome to Friday Night Geek Speak Live. I'm here with
the pots and pans. Hello, everybody.
I'm your host Todd Bailey, and I tell you what, Ginge, it's been a long week.
It has been a long week.
It's been a very long week, and I'm a little bit Ginge.
Hey,
Bridget.
Bridget. Hello. How are you?
Pardon me while I eat my chocolate balls.
You are so bad. You're going to get us in trouble.
I'm so bad, but they're so good, Maltesers.
Mm-hmm.
They're meant to be shareable. I'm not sharing them. I'm just putting that out there. Hello, Danny, who's watching as well. Apparently we are frozen.
Yeah, I'm just looking at our stuff. What's going on?
I have no idea, but we will be
Hang on. How's
kicking
that?
it along.
Is it better?
Have we come good? Are we unfrozen? Tell us in the comments, people.
All of a sudden, I just see the internet's just dropped out.
There you go, we're back. Ginger, we are
Good.
back.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. The internet gods just said, no, not quite.
It's because I got you to eat sugar, that's what it is.
Yeah.
The universe has gone.
It was the joke at the start about me putting balls in my mouth and
Chocolate balls.
and Zuckerberg went, whoa. That's enough of that.
Everyone's saying, yeah, you're frozen. Your faces are frozen. That's Botox. I'm trying to stay youthful.
Scott just said, I guess the internet thought it caught the best side of you.
Oh, thank God someone thought they did. Hello, Scott, Laura. Good to see you guys as well. Are you right here? I'll shuffle that so you can actually see that.
What's happening out in the wide world?
Can anyone tell us, has it stopped raining outside? Is it stopped? It's been a wet day.
Big g'day to everyone watching us on YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Slitdream said, hi guys.
Hello.
I'll be in tomorrow to see you for my pops.
Ah, there you go. Fantastic.
Cool.
Yes, I know who that is.
Right,
Yes.
right, here at Kaboom Comics.
Yes, where we film Geek Speak every Friday. Well, not every Friday. Most Friday nights when we have got something better on.
Some Friday.
Geek Speak is filmed here at Kaboom Comics Australia, www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com. There is no AU after it. It says .com.
Okay.
Like, boom, .com.
Are you pretending to be an American organisation
Yes,
for tax purposes?
We're registered in the Caribbean.
Right. Right. Okay.
No, we're not. I'm not. My name's not Bono.
Well. Hello. Are we back? Hello. Test. 1, 2, 3. We're back now. Are we? Here we go. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Yep. Yeah, we're back.
There we go. Right, I don't know what's going on tonight, whether there's something going on in the CBD that is affecting our bloody our Wi-Fi signal.
Everyone's phones is blowing up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, hopefully it sorts itself out. Geek stuff to talk about this week. Have you got an image there? This was breaking news.
All right, let me show you.
This afternoon.
Yeah.
I said to you, we've got to talk about this on the show. Mm-hmm. Have you got the picture?
Here's the picture.
Dun, dun, dun.
Batman Long Halloween special.
Right, bring it back to me for a second.
Are you sure now?
Yes, bring it back to me. Thank you, Ginge. Now, this broke this afternoon. DC have announced that Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, the artist, are coming back after all these years to do a Batman book. Now, it follows on from Long Halloween, which is an iconic Batman book, right?
Yeah.
This is a one-shot prestige format, one-shot book, and it's coming out in October. So they've teamed up again, and I tell you what, Bat fans, if you love Long Halloween, Haunted Night, Dark Victory, they're the three major books these guys worked on together.
Yep.
If you're a fan, you're going to want to grab this. So start talking to your comic shop now. It's not up for pre-order yet because I've only announced it today.
Okay.
But you're going to want to be jumping on that book. Bring it back up again.
All right, let's show the cover again.
There's the cover. I was quickly, quarter of a century has passed since the release of the Eisner Award-winning Batman the Long Halloween. That long, Ginge.
What?
Quarter of a century, yes.
No.
From the creative team of writer Jeff Loeb and artist Tim Sale. So this October, Loeb and Sale return to continue the story and show that some secrets never stay buried in Batman the Long Halloween special. 25 years ago, Tim Sale and I set out to tell a mystery tale of how Gotham City went from crime to freaks, said Jeff Loeb. The result was Batman the Long Halloween. We're thrilled to be back at DC, revisiting some of our favourite characters all the while revealing what you may not know about the whole story. Join the team for the return of Batman Halloween specials and a mystery that could destroy Batman, Commissioner Gordon, Two-Face, and well, that would be telling if we told the rest of it, wouldn't it? There you go. How cool does that look? Now,
Interesting.
Although I will say this, and I pointed out to you before, I was like, apparently some people are saying, what the fuck happened to Batman's neck in that image?
I'm just thinking, what happened in the last 25 years that
Tim Sale's kind of gone.
He's forgotten how to draw. Because I mean, have a look at Batman's head. It's on a weird angle.
It is,
okay,
isn't it?
okay. From this angle, it kind of looks okay.
Yeah.
But what if we were to twist a little bit?
That just looks weird.
Batman's head is at right angles to his body.
Does your neck do that?
I don't know. I can't remember the last time my neck did something like that.
Does it feel comfortable to be doing that? Because it's not for me.
I'm fighting crime.
I'll tell you what though, I don't care. That's one little nitpick thing about that image. People go, what happened to Batman's neck? I'm like, who gives up? That is going to be cool.
When you're upside down, of course you'd be like that so you could look the other way up.
Reese is watching. Hello, Reese.
Hey, dude.
Thanks for tuning in. And he said spoilers. Spoilers about what?
No, there's no spoilers. It's just the
spoilers.
colour.
They've got the animated movie coming out too for Long Halloween.
Yes.
And as we know, our Pat, Twinkle Toes, as I like to call him, Sparkly Batman.
Yeah, okay.
Robert Pattinson, the Batman that Matt Reeves is directing, is apparently they've taken elements from the Long Halloween for that movie. So right at the moment, Long Halloween's going to be pretty like a hot commodity. And I think that's why DC's gone, hey guys, want to come back and do another little tale within that universe? Okay. So I'm all over it. I'm going to be buying it. Are you going to be buying it?
And Chris Nolan took parts of it too, like inspiration.
Oh, he did, definitely.
For the costume and stuff, and the
Dark
the
Victory
mask.
and Long Halloween have been picked apart and has shown up in multiple animated things, little elements of it. So yeah, but that's that one there, October. I said, start talking to your local comic shop now.
Interesting.
Register your interest, and then I know with us, pre-orders will go live next month when it's actually up for pre-order.
Cool.
There
That's
you go.
Cool. This week a bit of sad news.
Yep.
Old Mr. Donner passed
Richard
away.
Donner. He was a fair age. What was he, 90? 90 or just over?
He was 91.
91 years of age. That's a fair innings, Ginge.
Yeah.
Do you think you and I will live to see 91?
No,
No, of course
not.
not. Of course not. My wife and your lovely lady will probably kill us first.
But my lady said, now that I've found you, you better last a little bit longer.
That's why you're not meant to be eating chocolate until I come along.
Exactly.
Tonight.
You're
And eat
bad
chocolate, bitch.
But what I want to say is, put down in the comments your favourite Richard Donner film.
There was some movies you mentioned before,
Yep.
and you're like, one of your favourite movies was Richard Donner. I'm like, which one? You go Maverick. And I went, did he direct Maverick?
Mel Gibson? Yeah.
And I was
that
like,
was a great movie. I only watched it like a month ago.
I got it on DVD.
It's
That is
such
a
a good
fantastic movie. I love Maverick.
Let me run through some of his movies
Yes,
and comment below your favourite. Lethal Weapon 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Of course.
Scrooged, one of your favourites.
That blew my mind. I did not
Bill
realise
Murray?
he directed Scrooge.
I was watching the trailer for that last night and I went, wow,
Love
man.
in your heart. Wasn't that Annie Lennox? Did
yes,
that song? Yeah,
yes.
with Al Green. That was a great song. I got that in my playlist.
He did Lady Hawk. That is with Michelle Pfeiffer.
My wife, who's watching this right now, she was the one who got me to watch I'd never watched it until the lovely Danielle said, you got to watch Lady Hawk with me.
Danielle, she would know this movie, Timeline. He directed that. That's the one with Jared Butler in it, based on a Michael Crichton movie, where they go back to the Middle Ages.
Have I watched that movie
And it's
with
got
you?
Paul Walker in it as well.
Really? Paul Walker's in it?
Yeah. One movie I forgot.
Oh, sorry, Reese. He said, ooh, singing gave me the tingles. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh.
I won't sing it again.
Ooh.
Or will I? Put a little love in your heart.
He did the movie Assassins with Stallone and
Get out of it. That's Richard Donner.
I had no idea, man.
I think we need to go on a Richard Donner-a-thon on the weekend and just binge a whole heap of these amazing movies.
Don't forget, he also did Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson. That's the one with...
I don't think I've watched that one.
and Julia Roberts is in it as well.
I don't think I've watched that one.
And his very last movie that we went and saw in the cinema, I'm pretty sure we saw the premiere of this movie, 16 Blocks.
Bruce
with
Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Yes, where he's a cop and has to get a prisoner 16 blocks within New York or something
Yeah,
like
I think he
that.
has to get to the courthouse for a witness.
That was a phenomenal movie.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that. And once again, Richard Donner, holy shit,
Yeah.
Goonies.
Goonies?
The movie you still haven't watched, have you?
It doesn't exist.
Ladies and gentlemen, rally with me here and send us messages here. Ginge has to watch Goonies now to honour Richard Donner. You've got to watch it.
The people online have been contacting me saying, dude, you know, Richard Donner, Superman, and I'm like, you know what?
I'm not a big Superman.
Superman 1978.
Yeah, the original, yeah.
We weren't born yet.
No.
We weren't born for...
I can appreciate, yes, Laura and Paula also.
Watch Goonies. Yeah,
you got to watch Goonies, dude.
Okay. Maybe.
Oh, no, there's no maybe about it. Mel, if you're watching, can you please make him watch it over the weekend?
I'll go watch Maverick again.
No, watch Goonies again. Goonies for the first time, not again. I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought. Where was I going? Superman. Like, now, there are iconic moments out of it, especially with, don't worry, I've got you. Who's got you?
Yeah.
There are certain things that you just go, that's iconic. But overall, I remember even watching it as a kid.
Yep.
It did not a lot for me. Whereas Batman 89...
Exactly. That was when we were old enough to appreciate movies.
Yeah.
1989, we were 8 years old. Watching Superman in like 19...
Oh, yeah, we were. Like, math good.
Like by the time we were 8, 9 years old, Superman 1978 felt like such an old movie to me. And that's why I can never... Yeah.
Reese had said, I'm boycotting Little Rascals so my wife watches Goonies.
What? Little Rascals is a great movie.
My dad's nickname, Butch.
Yeah.
That come from, there's two things, all right? Within the family, there's two. There was a kid called Butch in the Little Rascals.
Yep.
That apparently some of the family reckon that's what Dad was nicknamed from.
Okay, yep.
Right? And then Dad says that there was a cartoon character called Butch the Burglar. And he had a little cap on his head. And apparently Dad had the same cap. And my grandfather used to call him Butch after that because he wore the cap of Butch the Burglar. Okay. And so you just say, like, I can't get a definitive answer. Is it from the Little Rascals or is it this cartoon character I've never heard of?
Okay.
But all I know is if you call my dad his real name, half the time he won't recognise it.
Yeah.
He's been called Butch since he was a little kid. And he's now 70-something years of age.
Okay.
So there you go.
Interesting.
And look at you. I call you Ginge more than I call you Wayne.
Yes. I'm glad that,
Paul goes, assumed it was Butch Cassidy. That came later in life. We started calling him that because of Butch Cassidy. My old man was
because
born
of the shootout and...
Dad was born in 48 and grew up in the early 50s. I mean, like, no. What year did Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid come out?
I don't know,
That was 60s, wasn't it?
I don't know, dude. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I wasn't alive.
I can't remember yesterday.
I guess we should break the news that I've changed jobs.
You have?
In my civilian life. Technically,
your alter ego, Wade Compton.
My alter ego, has shifted from one television network to another.
You went across to the rivals.
I have to a channel that is red.
Well, they're commies.
Hey, don't talk about my.
You've gone across to the opposition, and I tell you what, you're loving it so far.
Yeah, and it's interesting that I had a nickname at the old job. But it hasn't really followed me to the new job, and I'm kind of glad about that because
you never liked that nickname.
I know. Well, look,
I never call you that.
No.
We'd always be filming stuff, and I'd have to go up to the studios and do ads with you and do voiceovers and stuff like that. And the other crew up there would always call you Wados. And I never understood it. I went, Wados?
Yeah, and then it got shortened to just DOS. You know, and
did it?
It did. It got just. Shortened to DOS.
That's because your co-workers were fucking lazy. They didn't
I'm like, my name is Wade. DOS. You're not really saving too much time between the two of them.
I have a former staff member who's still a really good mate, and Brett, and I always call him Bretsky, and I still do to this day. And I don't know whether he hates that or not, but it was just something I called him for years, Bretsky.
And it's interesting that Bretsky takes longer to say than just Brett.
Yes.
So you're not saving yourself time.
And I can't remember because he's not an active comic. It's not like he wrote a jet ski and I just put Brett and jet ski together and went Bretsky.
And it's not like he's Jewish or anything.
He's not Russian either. No. But I think he tried to do a bad accent one day or something. It was kind of Russian.
Hello, Bretsky.
And I just went, hello, Bretsky, Comrade Bretsky. And it's just stuck. Right. So that's what I call him nowadays. Bretsky.
But have you ever had a job where your nickname at that job has followed you to the new job? Or are you glad that it stopped at that job?
Not really, because everyone just calls me Bailey or Bales.
Yeah?
Yeah. Or you.
Who calls you Bales?
Used to be that.
Just because you never rock up to stuff.
Hey,
and you bail on everything.
They say, hey, Bales.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hey, Bale.
Well,
I always actually, you know what? That's
a shitty nickname.
I don't like that one.
That's a shitty nickname.
I don't like it, but yeah, I get that quite often. Sometimes.
I used to get Coppo as a kid. Yeah. I just.
Yep.
That was an interesting tangent.
I get called many things, especially on the phone. I'll answer the phone. It'll be Kaboom Comics. Todd speaking. Hey, Toby, how are you? Hey, Rod. Tony. I've been called Tony multiple times.
It's interesting when you're after money for people too, your name changes as well.
Hello! You owe me money, please be paying.
You're like, my name's Todd. How do I spell it? It's 4 letters. Yeah, I'll call you something else that reminds me of 4 letters. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know down below what your favourite Richard Donner movie is. Can we talk about a bit of Star Wars news?
Yeah, if you want to, go nuts. I'm not going to stop you.
I'm a little bit upset.
I'm going to have a chocolate while you keep
I'm a little bit upset. I'm going to show a picture of something, and I wonder if you can tell me what the name of this is. Okay, look at that.
That's Slave One.
That's Boba Fett's starship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's what he flies around in, right?
Well, yeah, but it's call sign.
It's
Slave
called
One.
Slave One.
Yeah.
We've known that since back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, we can't call it that anymore because of political correctness.
Hang on, go back.
Yeah.
We can't. It's been around for years.
Yes.
It's been called that for years.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to call it Slave One.
We're not allowed to call it
Slave One. What are we
Slave
meant to call it now?
We are now supposed to call it Boba Fett's starship.
Well, that's not very exciting.
A new Lego toy line has come out, and that is the only way you're allowed to reference it.
Do you think political correctness has just kind of gone way too far?
Like, I don't understand how Slave One is,
Yeah, Paul, you're dead right. Piss off. And I agree with you, Paul. Any of these people who go, you can't do this, you can't. Piss off.
I don't know, dude. Boba Fett's starship seems so.
Slipstream said, love Lady Hawk.
Yeah.
There you go. So we're just reading some of the YouTube comments now. I'm doing Facebook, you're doing YouTube there. And why is Batman about to curtsy? Cakes by Chopper. Why is Batman about to... Oh, you mean that Batman? It does look like he's about to go.
It does. It does. He's like, and think
you know what? Now that you've said it, I can't unsee it. Now I'm looking at it on the screen going, it does look like he's about to go, milady. And
Mel just said, 16 Blocks was great. Yes, we love that movie.
Great movie. Scott said, oh yeah, that's just too much. Heavens forbid a bounty hunter who captures people and sells them into slavery have his ship called Slave One. Yeah, Scott.
Exactly.
It's gone crazy. The world has gone crazy, I tell you.
Topsy-turvy.
I'm always going to call it Slave One. I don't care what anyone says. Like Paul said, anyone who criticises it can piss off.
Exactly right.
We're not being very PC on the show.
I'm sorry, but it just... No,
I think it's all the chocolate balls.
No.
Tonight.
All right, some good news, some good space news.
Oh, hello, someone. Cakes by Chopper said, should Britney's song be I'm a starship for you instead of I'm a slave for you? Ooh. I like it. She's been in the news, hasn't she?
She has. Interesting
Poor
stuff.
old Britney Spears. We actually watched, I don't know why. We started watching,
I thought you were going to say you watched Crossroads with her in it.
I've never seen it.
Oh, come on now.
I have never seen it.
Oh, come on now.
I've not seen it.
Late at night by yourself?
Box of tissues. Anyway, it's to cry because apparently it's a sad movie.
Okay. There's dust in the room.
There's dust in the wind. Where was I going with this? What was I saying?
Britney Spears?
We watched a video the other day. It's a guy who, remember there was that show with, was it Tim Roth?
Yeah.
Where Lie to Me?
Lie to Me, yeah.
So this guy is a real life, he's one of them analysts. He's got a YouTube thing. And he takes
voices, body language.
Yep. So he'll watch multiple interviews and listen to them to get a baseline.
Yep.
And then the video in question, which was about some of the depositions she just gave in court. And it was her sister's response, and he kind of called out the sister and goes, "There's certain things here. And he play it, and he goes, see how she turned away from camera, she broke contact."
This is Jamie Lynn Spears.
Jamie Lynn Spears,
right?
And because she's come back, because she got criticised that she wasn't supporting her sister and blah blah blah, and she got very defensive about it in a video, and he's actually pulled it apart and gone, "Yep, she's kind of fibbing there, and she's done this." And it was quite fascinating to watch, and I killed about 20 minutes of my life watching that.
Risa said Todd still has his red latex outfit, the one based on Britney Spears.
Yes. Oops, I did it again.
And then we stopped the song, and then Todd says, "I went down there and down to the Titanic and picked it up for you." And Britney goes, "Oh, you shouldn't have."
And I went, "Whoops, I did it again."
Oh God! I can't believe they stopped the song in the video film clip and had him talking and her talking.
Do you remember Paul McDermott did a version of it on Geek's Good News Week back in the day, and they actually had interposed him into part of the film clip, like the set,
yes,
digital background.
Yes,
yeah, and he did a rocket version of "Oops, I Did It Again."
Yes.
I liked it.
Yes,
I actually saw Paul Kelly the Aussie singer-songwriter last
Friday
week.
night.
That's why we did podcast last week. I was off watching Paul Kelly. And as soon as the show started, I turned to my mate Dan, who was beside us.
Does he sing Oopsie? He did it again?
No. Is he going to sing the Gravy song? And he fucking did.
Oh my god!
It's not. Hey, he did my two favourites, Two Her Door and Dumb Things.
Okay,
right?
well, cross them off and you're done.
And but as soon as the show started, and our mate's playing the keyboard up the back.
Okay.
And I'm looking at him. Yeah, you just know. You're just like, I know that guy from somewhere. I've seen him somewhere else. Blah blah blah. And later on in the show, he introduces some of the band, and he said, "Oh, this is Cam Bruce on the keyboards." Straight away, I've gone. I know. I said to Dan, he was in Gud.
Oh really?
And Dan's like, "What? It was Paul McDermott." I said, "That is the keyboardist. He was he was the third member of Gud."
Oh, cool.
And Dan was kind of like, "No, I don't know."
Yeah.
Fucking mate, I went home that night. I'm lying in bed and it's just churning over. I'm like, Gud. Fucking Cam Bruce, I knew it. So I think I saw Dan Tuesday. I said, "Hey, you know how I said about the keyboard?" And he's already forgotten it.
And remember, you said no, it wasn't. It
fucking is. He was in Gud with Paul McDermott, Mick Moriarty. Anyway, and even Dan was like, "Well spotted."
And then he just walked out the door. And, I couldn't give a shit.
Mic drop. I'm like a manhunter. I always get my man.
Cakes by Chopper says, "I loved Rove version best." Oops, I did it again. I don't think I
Rove
saw that.
Really? Did he do a version? It's hard. Rove, you know what? This is going to be controversial opinion here. It's controversial, right? Rover McManus was a Paul McDermott ripper. He copied Paul McDermott. They called him the work experience kid. You remember the early Good News weeks?
Oh yeah.
Rover McManus. He was doing community TV in Perth.
Yep.
And they would get him on, and they even nicknamed him the work experience kid. He mimicked a lot of stuff and stole a lot of stuff from Paul McDermott, I reckon.
I prefer when Rove, he had his very first TV show on late night on Channel 9, and it was sort of interspersed with like skits and pre-recorded gags.
Yep.
And then it would come back to the show. I preferred it in that format.
And then what's he doing nowadays? I think he just produces stuff.
I mean, he's got his finger in like the project and all those other.
Hey, that's a dirty vicious rumor. He's got we don't know where he puts his finger.
Scott just said, waiting for that leaked photo of Todd in the red latex and Wade spanking him in black latex. We all know it's out there. You've got an interesting
imagination. And I'll tell you what, you just stay away from our encrypted files. Thank you very much, Lee.
Yeah.
Any other comments there?
I'm going to lock my computer.
Cakes by Chopper said, that is a huge call, lol, Paul Rove. No, Bugger Rove. Bugger Rove McManus. I'm not a big fan.
Really?
Reese goes, I enjoyed Rove live. It's because you're younger. You guys are younger.
Paul, the latex splits revealing his Batman chest. Wow.
Wow, yeah. Guess what? That's the anniversary. Paul, how many years since that first photo went up on the internet of my chest hair shaved into the bat symbol emblem?
And every year when it pops up on Paul's memories on Facebook, he reshares it just so that people...
You didn't share it this week though, did you, Paul?
I saw it pop up in my feed.
Oh, no,
where he tagged us all into it. Did you not see it?
I saw Paul comment on it. I don't think you reposted it though.
Well, did he? He just typed our names in it. So
we've told the story before on the show, but yes, within a week it went from this awesome bat symbol shaved into my chest hair to a sad dragon.
It was a sad dragon.
It was.
Not that I saw the sad dragon.
And everyone said, "Oh, it's gonna be." I'm like, I'm of Scottish stock. This will be back within a week, and 2 weeks, and it was, man. I was, my winter pelt was back
because she didn't shave it with a cut through.
No, she trimmed it with a little trimmer.
Yeah, with a trimmer.
Yeah, and I tell you, she did a fantastic. Why I keep touching my boobs? She done a fantastic job on that. There you go.
Bridget said, "I'm older and I like Rove live. At least he's recognised other people's mothers."
That's true. He used to say that, didn't he? Be good to your mother, or say hello to your mum.
Say hi to your mum for me.
Yeah, say hi to your mum for me. What was the other one? Who was it? Mark Wahlberg says what? What does he say?
He says the same thing.
He says the same thing. Mark Wahlberg's been saying that for years.
Say hi to your mum.
I was in Transformers. Say hi to your mum for me.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Mark Wahlberg. I can't do Mark Wahlberg.
Hi, donkey.
I found a guy on TikTok.
Oh, God.
No, not on TikTok.
Okay, hang on.
This has
don't put a full stop at the end of that conversation.
I found a guy on TikTok.
Did you?
No, I actually don't have TikTok. I have Instagram, and of course Instagram is now flooded with TikTok videos.
Can I get you to finish that sentence?
Anyway, there's a guy he's also on TikTok, but he pops up in the Instagram video feed.
Right.
And he does an amazing Vince Vaughn.
Oh, okay.
Right? He mimics him. Like, if you close your eyes and you just like, that's Vince Vaughn talking, and this guy just mimics him well.
Right.
He does Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
He does a couple of, and people now send in requests. Do Vince Vaughn getting the shits because his pizza's not ready and all this kind of thing. So he does. And I need to start I haven't followed it. It just pops up randomly. Next time it does, I'll follow it and share it to you.
Okay.
But this guy nails doing Vince Vaughn and Mark Wahlberg's voices. He is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But I am brokenhearted because I watch quite a bit of Instagram. If I've got 5 minutes in the day between customers coming in.
Oh, so it's only 5 minutes you're on there.
Oh, yes, I swear it's only 5 minutes that I'm on Instagram.
Right.
I start watching these videos, the video feed. And there's this song out there by this young chick, and Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
And there's all these videos popping up where people are like, yeah, they're rocking out, people our age or a bit younger.
Our age, eh?
A couple of years younger than us who are rocking out to this song, and then they go, why is the song so familiar? And then it is a full-on copy from Paramore. And so then they're doing videos where they're like, oh, this song's really familiar. And then when it hits the boom, it flashes, and they put up the Paramore version.
Yep.
And they in all their goth stuff from back when they were teenagers.
Well, back when they were emos.
Right, yeah, emos, right? And I'm like, this is really cool. I'm trying to explain it to Ginge tonight on the show, before the show, right? Sorry.
Remember that song?
I'm like,
this
really song, popular. I'm playing bits and pieces. And then I'm like, and this is the Paramore song, I played it, and he's gone. And I'm like, you don't, he goes, I don't know who Paramore are. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I spent 15 minutes researching this, finding the video, showing you, explaining it to you, for you to sit there and go, I don't know.
I'm sorry, but in my 20s, I wasn't an emo teenage girl. Okay?
Yeah, but in my 20s, I had a staff member.
Oh, okay.
That's how I got introduced to My Chemical Romance and
this was your emo. This was your emo
stage.
This is my
emo. Well, I wasn't emo.
Really?
My staff member was, and this. Well, I'm not naming this poor bugger.
But you did like My Chemical Romance.
A couple of their songs, yeah. Teenagers, I love that song. Teenagers scared the living shit.
Which is interesting because at the end of that song, it sounds like an old. Yeah, and you're like, whoa. Is that the Stray Cats? Is that the name of the band that used to do that sort of stuff?
I don't know. Oh. But yeah, there's a couple of My Chemical Romance songs. And of course, Gerard Way went on to write comic books. Umbrella Academy is his creation. Fabulous Killjoys. Fall Out Boy. Actually liked some of their songs because I had a young emo guy working for me in the shop, and I was just like, oh, you pick the music to put on the radio or whatever. And I just get My Chemical Romance and all these other bands playing at me. So I knew who Paramore was, but yeah, I spent 15 minutes, and you're there giving me the look like,
I'm sorry, I didn't listen to emo girl bands in my 20s. and 30s, apparently.
I worry about you someday.
On to other news. We can talk about some other space newsy stuff.
Yep.
Galaxy Quest. They've been trying to get the Galaxy Quest TV series up for years.
Yep.
And
I'd love to watch that. I love that movie.
With Alan Rickman's passing, they kind of went, I don't think we can do it now. But the latest news is that Simon Pegg is going to be a part of the writing team.
Ooh.
And Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver are all wanting to come back for a TV series.
Hollywood won't let Tim Allen come back. He's too Republican.
But if it's Netflix, you know, it won't be a network television.
It's like
show.
Kevin Sorbo. Kevin Sorbo came out this week and said, "I'm not getting vaccinated." Plain and simple.
Right.
Now people are rallying around. They're saying the conventions in America don't let this guy come as a guest. He won't get vaccinated. So boom. So politics have come into entertainment, and it has for years, but it's getting really bad now. So when any of these, like Dean Cain came out and had a go about latest Captain America comic, where apparently Captain America says he doesn't believe in the American dream anymore. Right. So they got Dean Cain. Now everyone's going, I'm not watching any Superman stuff, whatever. He still tours around cashing in on his Superman fame. So, what do you want him to do? The guy was Superman in the 90s. Of course he's going to cash in on his fame. And if he has political beliefs you don't believe, just don't go along to his panel. It shouldn't stop him from going to a convention or whatever, giving a talk.
But I just, that never really affected me. If I enjoyed the person's work, like
I don't care their politics or what they do.
Yeah,
it's like when people go, he's gay or she's a lesbian. I'm like, I don't. Are they a good actor? Do they play a good character? I don't care what they do in their bedroom. You know what I mean?
His hair's red. Oh.
Oh, no, I'll draw the line at that. If their hair's... Hang on a second. Oh, my God. I've been podcasting with you and working with you all these years, and you're a redhead?
Ixnay on the Ed...
Don't talk about head. I mean... Red.
Whoa.
Reese said Paramore isn't emo, it's punk rock.
No, it's not.
Seriously, did we say it like that? Rock? W-R-A-W-K? Punk rock.
That sounds shit.
It's punk rock.
Sorry.
To me, it's emo.
Is it?
She was gorgeous, the girl out of Paramore. What was her name? Hailey something or other.
I don't know.
Hey, can someone tell me who was the girl from Paramore?
Didn't she have orange hair as well?
She had multiple colour hair throughout different film clips. Reese said it's like people boycotting Chris Pratt because of his Christian ideals and not supporting the LGBTQ community. That's right. He's never actually...
Reese, you're missing a few.
There's a couple of letters you've missed out, Reese. Yeah. You know what? He's not coming out saying that he's against it. It's just because he's part of a Christian branch or whatever that traditionally don't support it. But everyone's boycotting him now. It's like, has he come out and said anything? No, he's just part of that church. Yet they're boycotting him. I'm like, I don't care what he does on his time off. You know, if he's flat out causing violence or something like that, then okay, he's a dickhead. But it's like, you know, it's like people when they make a fuck up in life. Mel Gibson, prime example. Okay, he was drunk, he was high, whatever, and he did the stuff he said. But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't follow Mel for his personal beliefs.
Doesn't stop me from going back and watching Mad Max 2.
Maverick!
Exactly. Comment below your favourite Richard Donner movie.
You know, Hailey Williams. Hailey Williams. Thank you. That's her. She's gorgeous. Is that her? What do I call her?
Cakes by Chopper, Hailey Williams. Thank you very much.
What did I call her?
I don't know.
I said the chick from Paramore. I called her something else, didn't I? But anyway, she's wonderful.
While we're talking about Chris Pratt, you watched The Tomorrow War.
I did.
What did you reckon?
I quite enjoyed it. My wife quite enjoyed it. I don't get the hate. Like Frank Cho, comic artist Frank Cho. You know who Frank Cho is, don't you? Love his art style. Frank Cho came out and said he absolutely hated it. It was a waste of time. And this is after I've watched it. I've literally watched the movie and turned to the wife and gone, yeah, okay, there's a couple of plot points. But anything that's got time travel involved is always going to have a little bit of a rocky kind of, why didn't they just do this? Why didn't they just do that?
Yeah.
But if you suspend your disbelief enough and you go, right, I'm going to watch it for what it is. It was a great action flick. It sucked me in. There's some good comedy moments in it. Chris Pratt, I thought, was fantastic in the role. J.K. Simmons is in it. He plays his dad.
Yes.
He is fucking ripped. He is, like, my wife said to me, she goes, you know what, so I got a bit of a man crush going on. Like, look at him. Like, I'm like, he's fucking how old? And she goes, yeah, but look at him. He's fucking jacked. And
Commissioner Gordon could punch
him. He could beat the shit out of Superman. He's that jacked in the film. But seriously, I thoroughly enjoy it. It's a great popcorn movie. It's on Amazon at the moment. If you haven't watched it, if you've got an Amazon Prime account, you can certainly check it out. Loved it. I just thought it was fantastic. So I don't get the hate.
Yep.
I don't know why people are hating on it, Ginge. Why are people going to be so unkind?
Our American correspondent Josh said he just sent us a message saying it had no sense in being so good. It was amazing. It was an amazing movie.
It had no right to be so good.
It had no right to be so good. He absolutely loved it.
Rick said J.K. Simmons is a scary J. Jonah Jameson. Actually, I've always loved him as J. Jonah Jameson.
He's coming back with.
I think he is.
Spider-Man. While we're talking about the Tomorrow War, the director of the Tomorrow War, Chris McKay, he directed Robot Chicken and then the Lego Batman movie.
Yep.
That's how he got this movie, right?
Okay.
But in 2017, Warner Brothers approached him and said, "Do you want to do a Nightwing movie?" And he's been attached to that movie ever since.
Please, and you know who I want to see as Nightwing?
He is dying to make that.
You know who should be Nightwing? And I've said it for years. Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Have you seen Zac? Zac Efron's jacked. That's gonna be my thing now for
him and Jonah Jameson.
Oh, heart attack doing that shit.
Easy. Your head's going as red as the shirt.
But Zac Efron he's a. Did you ever watch him in the Baywatch remake? Any of those movies where he gets his shirt off, the guy's fucking jacked. Right?
Apparently, he's really good in that. Is it 30 again? The one where he plays
Matthew Perry.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've been told I have to watch it.
Watch it. It's a fantastic film. Once
Apparently,
again, great
they
popcorn
reckon
film.
he's pretty good.
Have you watched the Baywatch remake?
No, I haven't.
With The Rock and that. That's quite good.
I wasn't attracted to him taking his shirt off, like some people we know.
Okay. Seriously though. he would make an awesome Dick Grayson Nightwing.
Ever since I saw Daredevil in the cinemas, I thought that's how they need to do a Nightwing.
Yes.
You know? Especially that bit in the bar with the fan and the...
You've got Ben Affleck as Batman in that. You're going to have him make a cameo.
Exactly.
And I would fill the cup.
Yes.
Bridget said, I do have problems with actors who actively spread BS about specific disabilities. I do think twice before considering seeing stuff they're in. Bridget, I get that kind of thing too. If they're actively going out and doing stuff. But when people people carry on about Scientology. I won't watch a Tom Cruise movie because he's a Scientologist. I'm like, I don't give a shit what he does and believes on his own time. Does he do reasonably good stuff in life? He's not actually out actively harming people? Whatever. I'll watch his movies. That's how I treat it. But, if one of them comes out and goes, we should go and kill kittens. I'm like, motherfucker.
Whoa.
Cancel.
That's maybe a little too far.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's why we do not see... And I was going to try. Who's a really fallen actor that we could say that's because they said they want to kill kittens? Who's a fallen actor that we don't talk about anymore? Bill Cosby.
Whoa!
That's why Bill Cosby got cancelled. That was one of the reasons Bill Cosby. Is because he one day said, "I'm going to kill the kittens."
And then. Did he get let out of jail recently because
he did?
It was the phone call that he said that on. Was that recorded unbeknownst to him?
Probably.
And they've used a technicality of something like that?
Probably.
Did he use the word kittens?
I don't want to talk about Bill Cosby. It just leaves a bad taste. I grew up watching...
a bad taste in your mouth?
You had to fucking go there, didn't you?
Sorry, you said it.
What was the show he was on?
Fat Albert. The Cosby Show.
The Cosby Show.
It's named after him, Jesus.
It's been a long week.
Oh,
been a long week. I grew up watching The Cosby Show and I used to love it.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Fat Albert. I used to, it's Fat Albert.
Are you not allowed to like Fat Albert because of
Apparently
Bill
we're
Cosby?
not, well, people say we're not meant to like it.
But I keep on saying Michael Jackson songs are still on the radio. Is there a technicality there because he's dead?
Are you saying something about Michael? It's never been proven Michael Jackson actually did any of that
Yeah, because he's dead. But there's a lot of allegations.
You can prove shit even when they're dead, but I'm saying he's never been... Are you flat out like, cancel Michael Jackson because there was a rumor?
A lot of people have been cancelled without actual proof.
Oh.
Like, people were just alleged things about some people and they get
you imagine the stuff people have alleged about us, and half of it's probably true.
Actually,
3/4 of it's probably true.
That's probably why it was frozen at the beginning of this show.
YouTube was like, do we let this out? Do we not let it out? Can I ask you a question? I'm seeing it happen multiple times here, where people who are normally watching, it's going twice, is watching, and then later on in the show, is watching. Are you dropping out and coming back in? I just want to know, just for our own tech stuff here, folks. Paul, I see you're doing it. Paul Crichton is watching. It's one after the other. Are you watching on multiple devices and it's saying you're watching, or? Just want to know.
Slipstream said Zach would be a great choice.
Yes, he also said Fat Albert wouldn't make it past the PC police today. Well, you're not allowed to say fat. That's body shaming. You're not allowed to do that anymore.
He'd be large Albert.
Hey, he's active thyroid Albert.
He'd have to be just.
I'm copywriting that. I'm writing the new song for a remake of Thyroid Active Albert.
He'd just be Albert now, wouldn't he? You couldn't.
Yeah. What a boring show that would be. What a boring cartoon.
Reese, isn't James Franco in heaps of trouble?
Seth Rogen said he flat out won't work with James.
But has those allegations been?
That fucking shits me. It really shits me because Seth Rogen has said some pretty horrible frigging jokes over the years, right? And he's thrown. I get the feeling he's thrown James Franco under the bus to take the spotlight off himself to go, I'm too good. I'm a virtue, perfect person. I'm not going to work with this guy anymore. And I think it's to take the scent off himself.
Maybe.
I reckon it is.
Maybe.
I don't like Seth Rogen. Look what he did to Green Hornet.
Paul said the reason he's dropping in and out is I'm sharing a particular photo to many different people.
Oh, God damn it, Paul.
Is it that? Is it the leather with the plastic?
Oops. I did it again. Now, I was going to tell a story. Gather around, children, while we tell you a story.
Okay.
Now, I'm part of multiple forums, retailer forums and stuff. There is a retailer in the US.
Yep.
that I'm actually friends with on Facebook as well. And he's a bit of a controversial figure. He gets quoted by Bleeding Cool quite a lot, and people go, he's a bit of a whinger and blah, blah, blah. And he can be a bit of a divisive kind of, divisive kind of personality within comics and retailing. But anyway, Dennis Barger is the guy's name. He owns Wonderworld Comics up in Detroit somewhere, or near Detroit. Michigan. He's the kind of guy, there's actually studios will come to him and go, hey, we've got a movie coming up. We need this many copies of this many of this particular list of comics. Source them for us so that the cast and crew can read them as research material. So he's got ins in Hollywood and stuff like that. Right? Anyway, Kevin Smith has the new Masters of the Universe comic launches next week here in Kaboom. And 4-issue miniseries. Now, as happens with a lot of comics in the US, big name retailers can commission retailer store exclusive variant covers, right? So Dennis Barger was doing one for Kevin Smith's book through Dark Horse, and he gets a phone call, from Mike Zapsik of Comic Book Men fame, from Jane Silent Bob Secret Stash, and they're like, "Hey, Dennis," he said, Kev saw the cover, we've seen the cover, we'd like to buy 50 of your cover to sell through the stash and also to sell on our online thing. But we'll buy 50 off you, send us 100. The other 50 Kev will sign and we'll send back to you, and you can do whatever you want with those other 50 copies. And so they negotiated a deal, because these comics are actually, when you do an exclusive cover like that, it's pretty pricey, right? To get, because you've got to get usually a minimum of, say, 1,000 copies or whatever. So, as I said, little retailers don't tend to do it. It's usually bigger retailers or more established retailers will do these covers. So they negotiated a deal, and Dennis was like, "Well, I can't do it at cost. I'll meet you halfway between what we retail it at and the cost." And they agreed on it. Yep, that's fantastic. No worries. And he said, "I'll pay the postage, the shipping, and everything else for the other 50 comics to be signed and come back." So all up, it was a $750 US deal. Which is not a lot of money when you think about it. For a comic shop, you know what I mean? Like, it's not an awful lot of money to be spending. A couple of weeks go by, and he gets a phone call from Mike. And he goes, "Oh, look, we're going to have to change the terms of the deal." "What do you mean?" "Oh, no, that's too much. It's too much. We've got some stores giving us their books. That's a little bit..." Yeah, and Dennis goes, "Well, good on them if they want to lose money. I can't. Well, I'm in business to make money. You can pay this amount that we agreed on, right? Oh, no. If you come down to cost price, the absolute wholesale price on it, maybe we can do a deal, right?" And he's like, "Mike, is this coming from you, or is it coming?" "Oh, no, this is just the way it is." And he's like, "This really feels like it's coming from higher up." Right? And he said, "No, that's the deal. You either stick to it or we cancel it completely." And he essentially kind of got told, "Well, that's it. It's dead in the water." So that's a lot of money. Dennis has turned around for a bricks and mortar retailer. Right? But for a guy like Kevin Smith, Mr. Hollywood, that's the $750 is nothing. And they'll sell those. It's not going. They were buying them to sell via their own store. So anyway, Dennis put it out there. He put it out in his own page and in retailer forums, tagged Kevin Smith in it, and also Rob Liefeld, because Rob Liefeld will call shit out in the industry, right? He's a bit of a fanboy when it comes to stuff, but he's also a bit of an advocate for don't do shit stuff to retail. Exactly, for the little guys that are out there. So as soon as this story went out, as far as I know, right up until this morning when I last checked, I don't think Kevin Smith has responded to it at all. But oh my fucking God, the stories that have come out from other retailers and convention dealers and stuff in the US who are telling stories about their dealings with Kevin Smith. Now, I was always a big Kevin Smith fan. I owned tons of Kevin Smith memorabilia and merch and all that kind of thing. Started going off him a couple of years ago. Right? I felt he was a bit of a sellout. He was shilling himself. He'd cry at the drop of a hat over everything was amazing. I think it's like, dude, lay off the weed. Just a tad. The stories that I have read from these other people going, you know what, because he says stuff on stage, him and Muse, will be like, "Oh, there's this cool comic that came out, and we haven't seen it yet. Oh, we'd love to track a copy of that down." And these retailers, or a figurine or whatever, and these retailers at the shows would go, "Oh, I've got one or two of those," and they'd bundle them up, send them off backstage, or send them off to Jay and Kevin, "Oh, hi, I'm such and such from, let's say, Bing Bong Comics. Saw the show, heard you guys wanted
Bing Bong, I heard about them.
I've made that up.
Oh.
There's probably a store somewhere in the world called Bing Bong Comics. I don't fucking know. But anyway, they'd send it off and they'd go, with the thing like, love your work and blah, blah, blah. Not expecting payment or anything, but they did it, just like...
a bit of a thank you maybe would go well.
They said pretty much most of the time, 9 times out of 10, within 24 hours, you'd get a phone call. Like Jason Mewes would either track down the shop number or a mobile number for them and ring them and thank them, or give an email and profuse thank you so much for this, blah, blah. Most of the people said, never heard boo from Kevin Smith. No, thank you, kiss my ass, anything. And they reckon the level of arrogance, he's like, I'm doing this for the comic. Look how good I am for the comic industry. I'm writing this book. You'll sell tons of it. You should be thanking me. And they're like, dude, $750 is a drop in the ocean to you, right? For something you're going to sell in your store. And knowing Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, they'll probably put a massive markup on it.
All they need to do is sign it, and the price put another zero on it.
Yeah, but it's like, but Kevin's willing to sign the other 50. He's like, yeah, but I've already paid for the shipping, blah, blah, blah. And, this was the deal we worked out. And even Rob Liefeld's come out and gone, look, that's kind of crazy. If you've done a deal and you've made an agreement, a verbal agreement, stick to it. Because at the end of the day, most comic shops are run by mum and pop type people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm not a mum or a pop, but I run a comic shop. So that's my Kevin Smith story that came out this week, and I'm a little bit disappointed again. I'm like, come on, Kev, do the right fucking thing. You own a retail store yourself.
Yes.
Don't screw over a guy in this thing. And some people are going, it also could be Walt. It's like, yeah, but Kev has the final say. So even if Walt pulled this stunt, because apparently I've heard stories too, Walt can be a bit of an abrasive prick. But it's like, yeah, but if Kevin Smith's been tagged in this, you'd think he'd look and go, my name's getting besmirched. Walt, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
But nothing. Radio silence. So.
Do you think it's one of those things, if you say nothing, hopefully it'll go away in 24 hours? The whole news cycle
probably,
thing?
But I tell you what, retailers talk. We all know now. We're all like, yeah.
Paul's just said you're only as good as your word.
That's right, Paul. You
Simple
are.
as that.
Yeah. Exactly. Who else we got there? Scott said, I abandoned Kevin Smith the minute he jumped over the picket fence. He once pointed out Hollywood hypocrisy. Now he is Hollywood hypocrisy. You know what? I agree. I think he's become. They say that, don't you? You live long enough, you become the enemy. You become the enemy. You become the villain. Sorry. And I think I think he's become the.
I'm not sure I'm going to be.
I've been a villain for years. Now I'm going to become a superhero.
I don't think I'm going to be around long enough to become the bad guy of the situation.
Reese said Franco was hitting up 14. He was? Okay, that's disgusting. James Franco, you should know better.
Interesting.
Like I said, that's what Franco says, gather round, children, and I'll tell you a story. Guys, do a couple of quick comic things?
Yeah? Well, how about I play a trailer in the meantime?
You play a trailer, I'll get ready, I'm going to have some more chocolate.
Can we play you... so we all know Kingsman is supposed to come out this year.
It's been delayed.
We've been waiting for ages. But they've... just the last 24 hours, they've released this behind-the-scenes footage from Kingsman.
I'm offering you the opportunity to become a Kingsman agent.
Like a spy.
Of sorts.
Since 1849, Kingsman tailors have clothed the world's most powerful individuals. By 1919, a great number of them had the desire to preserve peace and protect life. Our founders realized that they could channel wealth and influence for the greater good. And so began an independent intelligence agency operating at the highest level of discretion. The Kingsman Agency.
Welcome to the club.
Very clever.
This movie really is an origin story. This is the foundation of the Kingsman franchise.
Manners make a
Man.
Spectacular, eh? Oh, yes. Very nice.
We see in this film the formation of the Kingsmen. Get to the lift. The style is very Matthew Vaughn.
Matthew is an amazing storyteller, and he's written something quite powerful.
At the centre of this particular Kingsman film is the First World War. But it still has its recognisable Kingsman element.
Forget your manners.
Oh.
It's got a tailor shop. It's got complicated fight sequences.
There's gadgetry, humour and action and fantastical villains.
It's time to pour fuel on the fire.
ready? We shall see. Welcome.
Why is it that boys are always so messy?
You're going to need a suit. Come on.
Oh,
December 20, you went early with something else then.
sorry.
You were so excited. But I'm
Yeah.
like, December 22?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's my Christmas present to myself. I'll go and watch The Kingsman.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can't wait. We've been waiting because it should have come out last year, right?
Yeah, it should have. Black Widow came out today.
Yes.
As of tonight, if you've got Disney Plus, you can pay for the premium thing, and you can essentially. Now we had to check this out, right? Because the wife was like, "Oh," I said to the wife, "Is it just like if you pay for that, it's $33 or something?" I said,
To stream it.
Yeah, through Disney Plus, right? You can watch it on your own TV, pause it, and go and have a pee or make a coffee or whatever.
do anything,
That's usually
really.
what happens to me. My bladder, I'm getting old. My bladder goes, I can't sit here anymore. You know.
I need to evacuate, and I need a new cup of tea.
So I said to the darling wife, I was like, if we do that, is that just 24 hours you've got it or something? She looks up, she's like, nah, we've got it until it stops streaming. So it was like...
And so forever, essentially.
Well, yeah.
Well, Disney is never going to get rid of Marvel movies, are they?
You wouldn't think so. But because it doesn't actually stream for free until October.
Okay.
And it was like, well, that's what, 2 and a bit months away. Yeah, you know what? There's us two can watch it. The parents-in-law have our logins. There's another.
Hang on, don't be saying illegal stuff.
No. Well, there's nothing illegal about sharing your login at the moment. You can have stream on so many devices. So what we're doing, we're looking at going, you know what? For $33, 4 of us can watch that movie.
Right. As opposed
to go to the cinema
yeah.
just for me and the wife is about $20 each. Plus a drink each, plus popcorn.
Yep.
Not that I do popcorn anymore. I'm scared. I'm old. I'm going to break a tooth or something. But I usually mung on a chocky bar or something like that, or a packet of honey chicken chips. You know, I love those. You know,
what about a choc top?
No, they're too hard. I'm scared, I hate something that I can't easily bite into, right? Because it looks like
that's what you've always said.
It looks like a child has trying to slobber on it.
You've always said I don't want something that's too hard to bite into.
God, the innuendo in this show tonight has been fucking horrible. Anyway, so I'm looking at... I'm the businessman in me's doing the sheer math going, fuck, it's $33 and I can watch it as many times as I want. Pause it, get up, go back, watch it again. For $33, I think I know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm watching fucking Black Widow at home.
Yeah. You can put the feet up.
Yep. I don't have to wear pants. I can sit there and not wear pants and watch Scarlett Johansson on my big screen. Whereas if I go to the cinema, sir, please put your pants back on. You've been worn 3 times.
I'm sick to death of ushers telling me that.
Especially in summertime when you're too busy fanning it.
And if you really wanted to, you could have microwave popcorn.
Oh, thank you, Reese. That's what she said.
Exactly.
Paul said, lick the chocolate off. No, Paul, it comes out so fucking frozen, those choc tops. You know, the last time I had one was with you. And this is...
Hey, allegedly.
No, nothing alleged about it. It was at the Strand a few years back, and you bought a choc top each for us. And I swear to Christ, I missed that part of the movie, like a fair chunk of the movie at the start of it, because I'm too busy trying to work out a way to bite into the ice cream.
To get through the chocolate casing, just to get to the ice cream.
And it did. It looked like a fucking a child who's teething, a toddler teething. You know how they slobber on everything? It's like
you should have just given...
Like chocolate from asshole for breakfast.
It's like the old-fashioned Lego hair. If you just cooked it off, here you go.
Why have you never told me this?
You should have just went, here you go, Wade. You can have...
At least you'll get my fucking chocolate. You're not meant to be having choc tops at all. You're meant to not be eating sugar. Anyway, what are we...
I was just trying to understand what Kate's by Chopper has just said.
That movie, can I watch it? Looks fantastic. Yep. Can I quickly talk about some comics? Right, new this week. Do this.
Oh, hello.
Green Arrow, 80th anniversary, 100-page super spectacular has come out. This is about $18. I've only got 1 or 2 copies left in store. Wow. That is available on the online store right now. It's all a bunch of short tales that essentially focus on different versions of Green Arrow throughout time. The 40s version, the 60s, the 80s, 90s. All done by different creative teams, including
That's a cool cover.
Mike Grell came back and actually
really?
did the art on one of them. Yeah, based on
Oh,
the
wow.
late 80s, early 90s. There's Connor Hawke in there. Look, it's fantastic. I read a copy this morning. My copy at the back, and I tell you what, loved it. There you go. That is available on the online store right now.
Is that like the longbow hunters?
No, there's a bit. He's got all different types of costume. Like that's the Mike Grell longbow hunter type.
With the hood?
Yep, with the classic hood.
That's cool.
Then you slap forward. You've got the Phil Hester style version. You go right to the start. You got a very 1940s style Green Arrow.
Yeah.
So that's available right now. I tell you what else. We're down to our last couple of copies of this Spawn's Universe. This is that Spawn one shot that just came out by Todd McFarlane and a bunch of awesome, uber creative people.
Sure, man.
And this is the one shot. It kind of brings up to speed with what's been happening in Spawn a bit. There's a Gunslinger Spawn prelude in here, and also She Spawn. That's what you see on the cover there, She Spawn. That cover, by the way, is by my darling wife's favourite, J. Scott Campbell. That's one of his awesome covers.
That's a nice thing.
There.
I like her guns.
Yes, Ginge, her guns are fantastic.
They are. They're big.
They're big guns.
Reece said, I'm going to boycott Geek Speak due to all the chalk top elitism. He also said, I want that. I think he's talking about Green Arrow.
Oh, okay. Seriously, too, this just dropped this week. We're down to our last one or two copies of this. So snap it up.
I have seen this on the website.
I'm hoping to have more in stock in the next week or two. But King in Black, the collector's edition. This collects the main miniseries. This thing was hot when it came out of single issues only a couple months ago. Sold out multiple times here. And it's now collected as a graphic novel. King in Black. This thing is fancy. Can I read the back of it?
So the blurb is...
Darkness reigns. After a campaign of terror across the galaxy, Null reaches Earth, and he hasn't come alone. With an army of hundreds of thousands of symbiote dragons at his command, the King in Black is a force unlike any Earth's heroes have ever faced. Eddie Brock, aka Venom, has seen firsthand the chaos that even one of Null's monsters can wreak. Can anyone possibly survive this onslaught? Outgunned and outmanned, Earth heroes are reeling. It will take everything they've got to face the god of the abyss as he ensnares the planet in everlasting darkness. Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman present the definitive chapter in their 3-year-long Venom saga that changed everything you thought you knew about symbiotes. And they're raising the stakes for the entire Marvel Universe. Hail to the King. That collects King in Black 1 to 5 there by Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman on the artwork. That book there, snap it on up right now. You know you want that.
That's cool, man.
Look at that, King in Black. Ryan Stegman's artwork here, Ginge. I'm just going to see if I can pick out a really cool, some cool panels. Look at that, a Venomized version of Captain America.
That's cool.
His art style is just absolutely gorgeous. I love Ryan Stegman's stuff. Look at those panels. Right, so that is now available as well. Go along to www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com, your local comic book store. No matter where you are in the country, you can always shop 24/7 with us.
Yes.
And obviously the home of Geek Speak Live as well. That's just some of the picks for the week. You know you want to go check those out. How cool are they? Especially that King in Black and that Green Arrow one.
Yes.
Do yourself a favour. Also, we just posted the links tonight on the Facebook page, the Kaboom Comics Facebook page, for the latest previews, catalogue links. But if you're in store, come on in, see us. The latest physical previews is in. There you go, the big one. The latest Marvel one. There's a Tom Taylor series from Marvel coming up called Dark Ages. That's the one we talked about.
We spoke about that last
on
week.
the last show.
2 weeks ago.
Yep. So that's in here, ready to take pre-orders.
And oh my God, it's a printed copy
of the DC catalogue. They've actually realised when they weren't getting enough orders through from retailers, they realised that they had to print a physical copy again. So it's the first one back, DC Connect 14. But if you can't make it in store, I've put the link there for that, the digital version of it to have a read of as well. So come and put your pre-orders in at your local comic book store.
Interesting. Last show we were talking about Indiana Jones 5.
Yes.
We got some photos of the man himself, Harrison Ford. He looks tired, doesn't he?
He does.
He looks very tired.
He really does.
And notice on his face, they've got the tracking markers on his face.
Yes.
So obviously they're going to make him younger somehow.
Yep.
Allegedly, maybe. But are they really going to make him younger when he's getting so old and decrepit? So much so that we said last time that he got injured practicing a stunt, and they were going to rearrange so they could continue filming.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
They've just gone, okay, stop. We're shutting the movie down for 3 months so that he can get bed rest. Like hundreds of people.
What's that costing the production?
I have been told, go home, have a breather.
That's fucked.
For 3 months.
This is why I'm sad to say it. I'm not being ageist or anything, but when it comes to an action movie like that, recast. You should have had Chris Pratt running around as a younger version. Imagine the tales we could have told.
3 months.
Redonkulous. My darling wife messaged me and said, yes, you've watched Timeline, and I loved it. Thank you, my darling wife.
I thought so. What is your favourite Richard Donner movie? Quickly comment down below before we finish the show.
Tell us in there. And apparently, by the way, we were frozen earlier, but only on Facebook. It looks like YouTube was fine.
Okay, maybe Facebook is the reason that we keep on.
Let's just blame Facebook for everything.
Get
Zuckerberg, screw you.
Get on YouTube if you're having issues on Facebook.
You can watch us through there. Reese said, I want that. And he said, no, Todd's beard.
Oh,
sir, you can grow yourself one of these. Just run a comic book shop and drink plenty of whiskey, and it just comes up overnight.
Right.
Yeah.
Allegedly?
Allegedly. No, there's nothing alleged about it, man. That's
just quickly before we go, Zack Snyder's next movie is going to be for Netflix.
Yes. Please don't be as bad as that last one.
What?
I
love that movie.
I hated it.
Your taste is in your ass.
Oh, Jesus.
It was a great movie.
What the fucking Army of the Dead?
How could you not like that?
Fucking bullshit.
What didn't you like about it?
Everything.
Did you think it was supposed to be realistic?
No, maybe kind of, but Dave Bautista's not a leading man. He's not a leading man.
Although the villain of that movie is his daughter. If you think about it, she's the one that gets everyone killed.
She fucks them up.
She gets everyone killed.
Yep. You know what I watched what we binged over the weekend? So Saturday, I worked half a day Saturday like I normally do, and I was feeling a bit buggered because I've been Paul Kelly the night before.
Yeah.
So I went home and I had to have myself a little nana nap.
Oh, okay.
Right? And I got up and my lovely wife, it was late Saturday afternoon, and she said, well, so what are you doing? She goes, I'm watching the first 2 episodes of Chernobyl. And she goes, do you want to watch it? And at first I was like, oh, well, you've already seen the first 2. And she goes, no, seriously, you've got to watch it. It's really good.
I cannot believe you haven't watched it yet.
I'll watch them with you again. And so we sat there on the couch and we binged it in one night. It was like 1:30 Sunday morning. We went to bed. Man, I was hooked.
It's a great series.
Oh,
is it because it's real that it sucked you in?
Probably. And I know it's cop criticism. People going, oh, why would they all got British accent? You know, they didn't even try to put on an accent. It's like, I like that. I don't like when people put on cheesy accents. Says the guy who's put on cheesy accents in YR films. But I didn't need them to be speaking like with a fake Russian accent. I think they would have actually lessened it.
Yep.
I think it was just, I know they're Russian. Cool.
Let's just let them act
run with it.
Yep.
And I loved it. So Chernobyl, if you've not watched Chernobyl,
I like how you're saying get on the bandwagon.
Get on the bandwagon late like me and give it a watch. It is phenomenal. 2 thumbs up. Highly recommend it.
When I was watching, I was like, holy shit! How close were we to the end of the world? Watching when I was watching that, and I was like, shit, this is real. This happened.
Phenomenal. I'm just going to actually go. My darling, she's been adding some notes for us to talk about. Loki. We have not talked about Loki yet on the show in the last couple of weeks.
We haven't talked about at all, except episode 1, I believe.
Have you watched any of it?
I have not watched any.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
I watched Chernobyl.
Yeah, but seriously,
a year ago when it came out.
You got to talk to me about Loki here. No major spoilers because Buggerlugs here hasn't watched it. I'm loving it.
Oh my God! Scott just said Army of the Dead is the worst movie I've ever seen. You have lost all credit. Bullshit!
I'm with you, Scott. I'm with you.
Worse than The Room?
What's The Room?
You know, with old mate from. Worse than any Plan 9 from outer space. That's Ed Wood. He's supposed to be the worst.
Never watched it. Please don't. Loki has made me sad. What? Why? I'm loving Loki. It is probably out of the 3 TV series we've had from MCU now. Yeah. So Scarlet, WandaVision.
Yep.
Captain. Falcon Winter Soldier. And now Loki. Loki's been the standout favourite for me. Not last episode, but the episode before, I think it was. Had a very Doctor Who vibe, which I really dug. I thought was cool.
Scott, your ass is your taste is in your ass. I hated it.
Scott, we reverse, Brett. Loggerheads now because I love it. I think Tom Hiddleston's nailing it. I love Owen Wilson in it. I think he's fantastic. The lady who plays Sylvie, like this female Loki, is just phenomenal. And I tell you what, the latest episode this week had some cool little things at the start that a lot of people have apparently missed. Right? They didn't take it, absorb it all in.
Okay.
So without ruining anything for you, like they end up in this kind of purgatory.
Okay.
And so the shot at the start of it kind of pans in, and it's just like it's a wasteland, like a desolate wasteland. There's a plane, I think it is, plane or a rocket ship that's got Thanos scrawled.
Yeah, it's like a helicopter.
Helicopter.
Yeah. It's got Thanos written on it. Yeah.
A lot of people didn't notice Avengers Tower, like a wrecked version of Avengers Tower. There wasn't Stark or Avengers on it. It was Kang Corp on the building. Right? Okay. And then when the camera pans down, there's like these food trays and stuff. It pans it along the ground. Mjolnir's laying there.
Really?
Right? Meow meow.
Meow meow.
Meow meow's lying there on the ground, and then below it is a little glass jar with what looked like a little miniature Thor running back and forward.
Oh shit!
And it's Throg or something like that. I'm not a massive Marvel guy. It was explained to me, but I can't remember his name. And he's like a different version of like a Thor type character from an alternate reality. And he's in a little glass jar, and there's all these things leading up. I think next week is the last episode or something.
Oh gee!
But like full on, dude, they're setting it up. I think Kang the Conqueror is going to be the big bad. Sure. I think they're bringing him in, and he's traditionally aligned with the Fantastic Four side of the Marvel Universe. So I'll tell you what, I'm digging Loki. Last week's episode there was a mid-credit scene. There was nothing this week, which is unusual because normally once they start doing a mid-credit scene, they do it for the last couple of episodes.
Yes.
Didn't this week.
Okay.
But yeah, like if you need to catch up over the weekend, do some catch up. Watch it.
Caitlin said Thanos Chopper was in the comics too.
Yep. There you go. Caitlin, are you enjoying Loki? Because apparently Scott's not.
Laura said the first episode was great. Every other has been
Really? You didn't dig the one on the train? That was very Doctor Who.
I did see the headline that the episodes have been tying into different things in history, like the Philadelphia experiment with the aircraft carrier that went missing.
Yeah.
So this is so this is all in Loki and stuff like that?
You have to watch it and find out.
Son of a bitch. I know the DB Cooper stuff is in it.
Reese said he's off. Have a good night, guys. Bye, Reese. Where are we there? I haven't talked about He-Man either. No, Paul, we haven't. Not yet.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it yet either.
It hasn't come out yet, has it?
Has it?
The second trailer came out.
Or you just want us to talk about He-Man in general? Because as I said, Masters of the Universe Revelation, the Kevin Smith comic, first issue of that drops next week here in store. It's only a 4-parter from Dark Horse Comics.
And it's not going to be signed by Kevin Smith.
It won't be signed by Kevin Smith. Can I just actually side note?
Okay.
The other night we were flicking through, we're just doing a lot of YouTube videos lately, right? And it's funny, I'm watching more YouTube content than I am friggin' Netflix, Disney Plus and stuff like that. We just find it easier, consumable, small little episodes and stuff like that for different things. Travel blogs, cooking shows.
You don't have to pay attention for very long.
No, I think I'm suffering with attention deficit disorder or something at the moment.
Well, I mean, you do like Paramore, so you are a teenage girl.
Anyway, something popped up about Things from Another Planet, Things from Another World.
Okay,
comic shop, and you've been there with me.
I have.
So Universal City Walk. Now it's actually a chain of stores across parts of America owned by Dark Horse Comics, like Richardson, the publisher of Dark Horse Comics. Now the original store on the Hollywood, the Universal Walk.
Yep.
Remember, it was a bit of a skinny store, and it had
the flying saucer in the
crashed
top.
into the top.
Yep.
Right. They moved a year ago, I think, or end of last year. They moved down to the corner of that block.
Oh shit!
They're on the very corner now. Instead of the spaceship and all that, there's actually like a robot, and his arms just do this.
Okay.
That's the only movement, right? Instead of the flying saucer crashing in the front.
Wasn't that where the Universal Studio store was?
Yeah, I think it was. They moved into that space there. And so I'm like, there's a walkthrough video. Yeah, let's watch it. And I'm talking up to the wife, going, "This was an amazing store, bro." So we watched the new layout, and she's like, "Oh, okay, it doesn't look like much. It just looks like a pop culture store." I'm like, "Yeah. Oh, tons of pop vinyls. Where's the comics? Where's there's a tiny little section of comics, and it's become a pop culture store, not a comic shop anymore.
Dabbling.
And it just doesn't have that vibe. Remember how it had the tall ceiling with the walkways And it looked like it was
And it had a
designed-
wall of comics.
Yeah, and it looked like it was designed by an actual set builder.
Yes.
A Hollywood set
Yes.
builder had come in and gone, let's make a cool looking shop.
Yep.
This was very genetic.
Okay.
And I was so disappointed. My darling, I'm like, no, I've got to find a video and show you what it used to look like. And she's like, oh, honey, it's late. I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, please, just sit there.
She kept
till
on
I'm
seeing
fine.
this robot doing this,
Yeah.
and just nah.
So I'm just like, sit there, honey, sit there. I found it and I play, and she's like, I don't think she was as excited as me about like. I'm like, look at that! How friggin' cool did that?
Danny, it was like me in the Paramore song.
Oh,
I just wasn't interested.
Anyway, so you and I had been to that shop at least twice.
Yes.
And dude, yeah, if you saw this new version of it, you'd be like, what have you guys done over there? It's just genetic and boring.
Has everyone just resulted in spending less money?
Generic, not genetic. Did I say genetic? Sorry, Paul.
Paul,
I
having
didn't
a
mean to
stroke.
say genetic.
Really?
Are you having a stroke?
Well,
You can't see the lower part, Paul, can you?
and there's an audience outside the shop watching us at the moment.
We're going to be really careful because there's a bunch of kids out the front.
We're not allowed to say the F-bomb or anything like that.
But anyway, if you watch the video, it doesn't look as good now, the new shop, as it used to. I'm very disappointed, Ginge. It was just something cool from Hollywood.
It was a great store. It was a really good store. And didn't it have also like a floating cow to do with the flying saucer or
I think
something
it
like
might
that?
have. Yeah, I have to go back and look at our photos, and we shot some video out the front of
We
it.
did.
I'm sure of it.
Sure we got photos of us standing at the front door.
Yeah.
And then there was a Hot Topic sort of store next to it as well.
A couple of doors down, and across from it there was very early when Funko first kicked off, and they used to do more the actual bobbleheads.
Yeah.
So this is before Funko went into Pop Finals. They were known for bobbleheads, and so there was a store just across and down from that store, and it was an early Funko store. It was just chock full of bobbleheads.
I see now that you can go to the Funko store in LA, you can fill out a little tick sheet, and an hour later they'll give you your own pop.
Designed on you.
Yeah. So you can pick the head. Do I have a beard? Yes. Do I wear a
Do we
baseball
need to do
cap?
Geeks?
Do I
Do we
wear a
need
shirt?
to kind of do a
And
Geek Speak version of us?
they're $25
US.
US.
But wonder what if we could get them shipped across and have like our own little pop vinyls?
I think you actually have to physically go to the store.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can get someone to make versions of us.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll get a Kevin Smith one and paint the beard red for you.
I thought you were going to say and pull his head off because he's ruining the
It's a worry. Okay, folks, we're at the pointy end. We've actually gone along. We're way over time tonight, but it's been a blast.
Can I just quickly finish the news I was going to say about Zack Snyder's new movie?
Yeah.
It's called Rebel Moon. Originally, it was going to be a spin-off Star Wars movie that he was going to pitch to Lucasfilm, but after Disney... anyway. It's going to be a space western, Rebel Moon.
Space western. You had me at western, but then you lost me with space. Anyone got any real quick questions? Otherwise, I want to see some love hearts. I've got to get back into my thing here.
And also, quickly tell us your favourite Richard Donner film. I'm still leading with Maverick.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember the Maverick Grand Illusion show?
Warner Brothers. Yeah, movie well.
Yes.
Oh, I loved it. I want to see love hearts for the Gingy Ninja. Come on, people. I think my feet might be a little bit behind on there, but I'm sure I'll see it on the playback. Plenty of love hearts for the Ginge.
Thank you very much.
I don't know why. It's because you had to put up with me all night.
Well.
Caitlin said, sacrilege, always need many comics. Yes, I'm totally with you. More comics.
There we
better.
go. We got some love hearts happening.
Look at those love hearts.
Paul said Maverick all the way. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think I'm going to have to give it a rewatch. I got it on DVD. Is it streaming? Anyone have
It is.
streaming?
It's on Netflix.
At the moment?
Because I watched it the other night.
Well,
I say the other night. It was probably a couple of weeks ago.
I won't dig out my DVD collection. I was watching on Netflix.
I was scrolling through Netflix and I went, Maverick? Oh, yeah. So I went, I'll watch the beginning of that.
I'm going to bore you
An hour
and
and a
tell
half.
you that it had a fantastic soundtrack with a ton of country music artists.
Because they all make cameos
they
in it
do.
as well.
They're on the gambling ship on the boat.
Exactly. Exactly.
There's a ton of them. Like Clint Black. I think he's the one who gets thrown off for cheating. Travis Tritt's on there. There's a ton of them made cameos in that movie.
Yes.
I love the soundtrack. Big fan of it. There you go.
Slipstream said Goonies and Lady Hawk.
Yes, I've seen both of those. You haven't seen Goonies, so you got to watch Goonies.
I don't know if I have to.
Make sure you head along to Kaboom Comics, www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com, and check out some of the new releases this week. We've got a shipment arriving in, hopefully Tuesday next week, of all new release comics and graphic novels.
Right on.
I need a breath.
Don't have a stroke.
Paul thinks I was having one before.
Paul said Maverick was the first DVD I ever bought.
Really?
Was it the old-fashioned DVD with the cardboard?
Oh, no.
Or, yeah.
My copy of The Three Musketeers, you know, the classic Charlie Sheen. What's the other guy?
Chris O'Donnell. Kiefer Sutherland.
Who was the other guy? Who's the other guy who played Porthos? The fat guy. I shouldn't say fat. I want to say Oliver. Was it Oliver?
Oliver. Yeah.
Can someone quickly tell me before
we're going to die. We're going to die.
Oh my God! What is his name? You know who I'm talking about. He usually played a bit of a flamboyant character. Anyway, that's one of my earliest DVDs, and it was the old halfway through the movie, flip the.
And I'm sure it would have been the cardboard case with the plastic edge that you clip open. Yeah.
I can't remember, but I do know.
We are so old.
You flip the DVD over.
Yeah.
Matt, you wouldn't dream
Oliver
of doing
Platt.
That. Oliver Platt. I knew it was Oliver
Jake,
something.
thank you very much.
Thanks, Jake. Jake, you come to the rescue again. Thank you, kind sir.
Damn it. I went and saw that at the cinema.
Did you?
I did.
Fuck, I love that movie.
Yes.
Especially because the Eighth Doctor, Paul McGann, is in that movie. He's the bloke that's after D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan!
Oh, yes!
That's
Holy
Paul
shit.
McGann. That's the Eighth Doctor, Doctor Who, from the movie.
And you loved the theme song from it. Sting.
Yes.
Bryan Adams. And the bloke with the nose and the silver hair.
Bowie.
No. He sings Young Hearts Be Free Tonight.
Jake will tell us, hopefully.
Because the three of them did the song, and it's like, yeah. Or was it All for Love? All for One and All for Love? Yeah.
You're telling the story, buddy. Jake, that's got to be on one of your favourite movie lists, hasn't it? That surely, because I know it's on mine. I love that movie. Paul said, separately, Goodies is coming to BritBox.
Cool.
Goodies. I love that. Goodies.
Rod Stewart, there we go. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, Jake. Where would we be without you tuning in, mates? Thanks again for that. BritBox. I haven't added that.
I keep on seeing that popping up on Facebook.
Paul, is it worth it? Is it good?
It's all the English everything.
I mean, we grew up with the Goodies, dude. Yeah. Banana Man. Has anyone watched Banana Man yet?
And it's interesting.
It's streaming. Where is it streaming?
But it's also on YouTube.
Is it?
All episodes are on YouTube.
Guess what I'm doing in the morning? Saturday cartoon here at Kaboom. It's going to be Banana Man.
But isn't it also...
When Eric eats a banana. Do you remember they were going to do a live action film and nothing's happened?
But then they did that musical. It was like 2 years ago, just before COVID kicked in.
Was it when I was in the actual UK? Could I have gone and seen it in the UK?
I think when you came back, I think it was like a week later. It was yeah.
Because my darling wife, she'd have to put up with me. I don't think she's a big Banana Man fan, and I rave about it, you know.
Jake said, "Totes, Three Musketeers is gold." Yes,
totally with you. One of my favourite films, and I actually don't mind the remake they did with Ray Stevenson, with the flying airship.
Yes, where it's a bit of steampunky in it.
Oh, that was
Mila Jovovich.
Mila Jovovich in it. So both of them. I mean, the original with Charlie Sheen is just the best.
Yes.
But that remake with Ray Stevenson and that in it, and Mila Jovovich, I love that movie.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. Folks, we have well truly gone over time.
There was so much information.
Are we back next week?
We can be.
I think we're back next week.
If you play your cards right,
we'll let you know. I'm pretty sure we haven't got anything on whether we'll be away. Saturday we are. Saturday we're on a bus tour for a mate's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Paul, we'll see you there.
Hey, dude.
Anyway, folks, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you give us plenty of thumbs up there before we head off. I want to see the thumb, the love heart, the caring emojis, whatever you want to put there. Show us the love. Thank you to my co-hostess with the mostest, Mr. Wade Copson.
Wade Copson on the pots and pans. Thank you very much for tuning in once again.
I've been your host, Todd Bailey. You've been watching Geek Speak Live. We'll see you next time. And remember, be nice to each other and stay geeky.
Say hi to your mum for us.
Say hi to your mom.
Bye.